I love the idea of Thanksgiving. I love the idea of a day of gratitude and spending time with your family, and I actually love the weird food. What I don't like is the underlying tragedy and genocide that we ignore on that day. Why do we put our children in costumes of people that showed up and robbed graves and did terrible things and brought disease and just took things, took land from people who were already here? To set up children from the age of preschool to believe that it's right and okay to just take everything is actually truly horrible. It's teaching appropriation from the very beginning. So no wonder, when they get to high school, they think it's fine to wear these headdresses, to wear, things they should not be wearing, and to have these sports names. We start them at the age of 2 with these innocent, sweet Thanksgiving songs, but we create the appropriators of tomorrow. I thought I knew a lot as an Indigenous person about Thanksgiving, and the reality is, nothing we've been told is true in just one fact. Certain things did happen, but all of these things didn't happen in the way we've ever been told. It's like all the best fake news, right? They took things that happened, certainly lots of separatists, which we now call pilgrims, and different Native folks have had meals. But, there's so many different times that possibly happened that we're referencing. There were so many political reasons that Thanksgiving, the mythology of Thanksgiving, kept morphing over the centuries to fulfill political agendas, right? Just like today. I think the hardest thing for Americans today, and the reason that Native Americans and Native American history and issues get left out so often, is because it hasn't ended. We can point to different things and say we fixed that. We're all still complicit in standing on stolen land. It isn't done. We've actually been told, my people, for instance, have been told by the Supreme Court, yes, you're right. The government did violate their treaties and this still is your land, yet they just won't give it back. The first step is just to know whose land you're on. You need to know which lands, whose nation you're standing on. Figure out who the Indigenous people are in your land and then start to get to know about them. Start to figure out how you can make reparations. People get really scared when you talk about reparations, but I think there's so many ways that you, with your current resources, can reach out and say, what can I do to be of service? How can I help? Is there anything I have within my means that would be helpful to your people? And maybe it's just education, maybe it's getting your kids' teachers to stop doing these terrible, racist, horrible Thanksgiving pageants they do. I don't know what it is, but everybody has a capacity to give back something. And you need to start with knowing who you need to give it back to. And if everyone just did that on Thanksgiving, we would be eons ahead in this country than we've ever been in the history since, Columbus showed up.